subscribe our YouTube channel. 10 solid differences between single and committed. Being a single person essentially makes you feel like you can do anything you want. However, you can also feel quite lonely, especially when you are no longer hanging out with your friends or family. However, being taken can also make you feel like you can't no longer be as crazy as you want to be. But is this a good thing after all? Different people experience various changes whenever they are in a relationship, but some things seemingly remain the same for most people. What exactly are these common differences between single and taken people? Money issue. When you were still single, you had enough money to drink alcohol, go to parties, buy computer games, and go wherever you want. Now, you have to prepare enough cash for monthly gifts, weekly dates, and expensive surprise events. Your squad. Back then, you and your squad would go to music festivals or even just to the nearby mall to eat, drink, and have fun. Now, you can't be as available as you were back then because you love being alone with your partner. Picking movie seats. When you were single, you would just pick the best seat, which was right in the middle section. But since you already had a wonderful lover, you sometimes pick the corner seats because you might just want to get intimate with him or her during the movie. Phone calls. Back when you were single, you had nothing to talk about. Now, you have a lot to say and explain because you are so madly in love with another person. Drinking habits. Being single means going out with your friends for a wild night, characterized by having too many beers for you to handle. Now, you still drink, but you have to be classy. Adding friends to social media. When you were not in a relationship, you wanted to add as many people as you can because you just want to form a casual connection on Facebook. Now, you get to be picky about who gets to talk to you online. Your looks. You thought you didn't need to look clean because you were not trying to impress anyone. But now, you always want to look good. Being more careful. Before, you were all about risking your life and having fun. Now, you want to live a long life so you can spend it with your partner. Love. When you were still single, you had no one to hold hands with. But things have changed as you can hug and kiss someone for as much as you want. Texting. At the time of being single, you barely replied to anyone. Now that you have a partner, you always check your phone and say the sweetest things. What other changes have you noticed? Share this with your family and friends. Subscribe our YouTube channel.